So we're going to get into a section here that is more difficult. And for the average listener, which is me, it takes some work. And I spent some time trying to sort out what's going on over here. So let's get started. So we're going to start over here on page Kaf Hey, Shaar Hakavanot on Purim, the Kabbalah of Purim. So now we're talking about Mordechai and his radiance, or the light that comes out through Mordechai. So he says, let's go into number Kaf Gimel. So he said, ki hinei bizmana dormita, the zer anpin lo bilvad yotzin the mochin the zer anpin b'tzad nai the ima. It's not just those mochin that left, that is the ima dika mochin. V'niknasim b'nok rachel. In a position where she's still back to back with him and not independent. Also, or the mochin in the nai the abba also come out. So and they're going to be used. These mochin are now going to build up the nuk, who's called the tzala, do abba ve'ima, and that is going to be abba and ima. And let's start getting into this a little bit. So, because there's a piece of Torah here that I really want to go over, and it's not that simple. I have a little sneezes over here. It's cold in Jerusalem today. Cold and rainy and windy. So let's go on and excuse the bouncing on the machine. That's what it's about. So he says like this, Hine zer anpin yesh bo shtei bechinas mochin. There's two different aspects of mochin. Mochin the Abba b'chababoim b'levoshin b'toch nai the Abba. Now we've been through this before, and it is more advanced. And if you don't know that, you won't have a chance of understanding this whole thing. Well, mochin the Iba b'levoshin toch nai the Ima. So you have Abba. Really, the way we understand is Abba is usually is inside of Ima, and they match each other to a state. Except for the Shnechem niknasim toch zer anpin, and both of them come together into zer anpin. If his mana dormita, now when the zer anpin falls asleep, the histalkim b'mochim, and the mochin then leaves zer anpin, v'nistalku shnei mochin, both of them leave, hein the abba v'hein be'ima, and zer anpin there has no energy and he falls asleep. V'shnechem niknasim toch rachel nuk dezah b'sod mochin, and both of them go into rachel b'sod zah. So let me just make sure that I got this lined up the way that I want. Let's read a little bit more. So it says like the v'yivan Hashem Elokim es hatzela. So what's hatzela? It said is Adar Abba ve'ima. So that is who is building up the tzela, which is the nukva. V'dav zecha sheniknase benuk mochin the Abba u'mochin the ima gedei libnois osa. U'mromas b'pasa b'brias chava. Haromas al beniyas hanuk b'shasa dormita, when she's built, is really what it's talking about. At the time of the dormita, she is built. V'yivan Hashem Elokim es hatzela. So you have two words. You have Hashem and Elokim. Hashem means the male aspect, and Elokim is always din, refers to the female aspect. V'amracha b'Zohar Kodesh, and it's said in the Zohar, this is what it says. Da Abba v'ima. That refers to, that is Hashem and Elokim, Abba v'Ima b'Shem Havayim, Aromas al Abba v'Shem Elokim, Aromas the Ima, v'Shnechem b'Inim es hatzela shehi hanuk, sheneknasa b'socha b'bechinas mochin. Okay, we're not going to go into that part right now. This is the part I want to go to, and it's a little bit more difficult. And like I said, I spent some time trying to sort it out, and it needs sorting. So let's go like this. The number Tezvav Gama Mochin de Benai the Abba. Hiksho Mefarshim. The Mefarshim have a problem with this. But the Rosh Hashanah over there, Kasev the Bishasa Dormita, let's go over the details. The Dormita is the Dormita, whether we're talking about in Chakras, we're talking about Rosh Hashanah. It has similar qualities as that. The Nasira is going to be a Nasira, and it's going to take place the same way. Niknasecha B'Pesocha Nuk Rak Moacha Bina V'Itra de Gavuros. Now, so to understand that, you have to understand that there are four mochin that are coming in, which is Chochmah, Bina, the what is called the Itra, the Chesadim, and the Itra, the Gevura. So it's at the middle. So that's right line, left line, middle line divided into two. As the Gra says, the middle line always splits. Itra de Chesadim Miyamim is going to be on the right side. That's the right side of the middle line. The Itra de Gevuras Masmol is going to be on the left side of the little middle line. So what this moach of Chachma, together with Itra de Sadim, even though they come out of Zer Anpin at the Shas HaDormita, because everything comes out of Zer Anpin during the Dormita, he says, Mikol Makom Aim Niknas the Tocha Nuk, but we say they don't go into the Nuk. They stay up above. Rak Nishar Ma'amalo Gabe Rosh, they're Anpin Besod or Makah, but they actually stay. This is what we get in Rosh Hashanah and every place else, is the Mokin stay on top of the head of Zer Anpin. They don't actually enter in. That is the Mokin of Abba. V'im Kain, that's the case. Eich Kosev Kancha Niknasim Bo Kol Hanai. So then how do we say that the whole Nai, mean the Anai of Abba and Abba and Ima enter in? V'harda Rabbi Nikdas Bo Rak Kav small, because all that comes in is going to be the line of light, which is represented by the Mochim on the left, which are going to be the left side, which is Bina or Gevura, and the center of the left side of the center, which is going to be the Itra of Gevura. The Haina Bina the Itra de Gevura. So that's what he says. But Rashash, he says, Melagos Shemesh, he says like this, cause of the Yashar. So he's trying to solve this problem. It's a big problem here, actually. So he says, Al Pi Yisod Shekos of a Rab. The Rabbi says of this in Shaar Mochim. The option is Boyer Bekamba Bekomos, even though that we said like this many places. Now let's go over the mochim. So this is something that if you have some knowledge, you know this part right here. He says the mochim al-chachma de b'tzad abba meluvish b'netzach de abba, amur chabina de b'tzad abba melucha b'ho de abba. Now remember, Abba and Ima have all the same structural spheros. Amur chadas the abba chabakolu itrin de chesadim. Now the das of Abba has two different parts. One is the two itrin. One is called chesadim, the other one is called gevuras meluvish b'yisod the Abba. They're both clothed in the yisod of Abba. Itra de chazim yamin or gevuras the gevuros mismol. Now it starts to get a little more thick here. Gemo kain amochan de b'tzad ima. So that's looking at Abba, and we're looking at the middle line of Abba. But the same thing we said about the middle line of Abba is going to be true of Ima as well. Miluvasha benai, the Ima, they're closed in the Nai. The Ima, Mikal Makom in any case. So there's a period there. So he said, Mikal Makom in any case, what we're talking about here is Kodesh and Niknas and the Zah, before the Mochin come into Zeranpen. This is really important in understanding this Kabbalah of how this business works, but it's complicated. Hey, mischalpim ba'ofen zeh, they switch. So what do they switch? He's going to say that the left side of Abba, basically what he's going to say is the left side of Abba, which is going to be the Gevura of Abba and the Torah of Gevura of Abba, are going to move over to the left side, are going to be in Ima. And then the right side of Ima, which is the Chochmah of Ima, and the Torah, the Itra, the Chesadim of Ima, are going to move over to the Abba side. Okay, let me get rid of that. How do I stop this? I don't know, but it stopped. Okay, doing things here. Okay, so he said, "Ba'ofen zeh." He can explain it. The hamochin shebetzad yomim de ima. Let's start with Ima, her right side. Her right side is composed of her chochma, and it's also included the itra of chesadim of Ima. Ima is all left. The Hainu mochi ha-chochma ve'itra de chesadim de Ima mislavshin betoch ha-kelim de betzad small. The Abba, they move, they switch. And instead of being instead of representing the right side of Ima, they're now going to represent the left side of Abba. Mu ha-chochma de betzad Ima toho de Abba. The itra the chesed the Ima b'yisod the Abba is going to be in the yisod of Abba. So we're going to move everything back and forth. But makom itra the gevura shalo. So where it used to be the itra the gevuras of Abba is now going to be this chesadim of the itra the chesadim of Ima. Small the Abba. Let's look at the left side of Abba. That was the right side of Ima. Mislavshin betocha kelin the tzad yamin the Ima. They're going to move into the right side of Ima. Muach abina b'tzad Abba. So for the muach abina from the Abbadic side, Betoch netzach, the ima is going to go into the right side of ima. Ve'itra, the gevur is the abba. So on this, remember, abba is pure right side. He says, ve'itra, the gevur is the abba. Betoch yisod, the ima is going to be in the itras are in the middle line. That's going to bring the yisod. They're going to be inside of ima. But makom itra, the chesadim shalom, which is where the chesadim used to be, that are now over on the abba side. Nimsa sha'achar achila. So it comes out like this, and this is the bottom line. You can listen to this a bunch of times and try to see if you can sort it out. The best thing is to make drawings, which there are in the Rishash at different places. We'll probably get to it. I think that we saw it last year during Sphira. We'll see. Oz yesh b'kli nai the abba. So now let's go over here. Now what we have in the kli of the nai of abba. Now is abba nai means that's a chod yisod of abba. Shtei mochin the chochma. There's two mochin the chochma. The Abba b'netzach, the Ima the Behod. So Ima is now her chochma has moved over to the Abba Dikkan side. That is, the female has moved over to the male side, but she's in the. Can you follow this? She's in the female side of the male side. Okay. Those two are b'yisod. They're both going to be in the yisod. Ve'elo b'nai the Ima. Then we talk about the nai the Ima. Yesh ata shtei mochi bina the Abba ve'ima. So the left side of Abba has now moved over to the right side of the of Ima. The Abba b'netzach v'de'ima b'hod. And you have that part from Abba. Then Ima is going to be the netzach and hod are going to have aspects of Abba ve'ima. V'chein shnei itrim the gevuras the Abba v'de'ima b'yisod. They're those in the sod. V'kach heim niknasim netoch zer anpin. And this is how they come into zer anpin. Besod mochi. Now, I would have to say this, that I didn't think this was going to be his answer. It's not an easy one to follow. But moving along. But according to this, then you could say like this. The la'olim niknasa b'nuk rak nai the ima, that comes into the nook, only the nai the ima, that's true. Only the nai of ima is going to come in, but the nai of ima is going to have abadika aspects to it. Its right side is going to be abba. V'gamosha kosav arav abidras Rosh Hashanah. Rak the osach ha-mamochem gufa yesh bechem gam mochem the abba, because whatever comes in from muma, that's her nai, which is holding all the mochem, but there's aspects of abba in there. Now they got mixed up. The hainach ha-shebetzad yamid deny the ima yesh mochem shall bina gevuras the abba. So let me read again. That hainach, this is shebetzad yamim deny the ima. Let's look at the right side of the netzach hod yisod of ima. Yesh mochem shall bina ugevuras to Abba. There's going to you time look over that right side of Ima, going to find out aspects of Abba are over there. So ugevuras to Abba the acharachila v'zecha kavanas the Rab. This is what the Rab signs there say. But Masha Kosev Khan the Gama mochem the Abba niknasa beduk, where he says that also the mochem the Abba entered into the nook. Amna bedayim sarach yeshu, but the problem is still a problem. What's the problem? So he said there was a switch. So when we say it's the nai of the ima that's coming in, he wants to answer that the nai ima is not just the nai of ima, but there's some abadika aspects in there too because of a switch. The move in Masha Kosev Rav. So this there becomes a problem to understand. The Rav wrote this elsewhere. The Yisod the Abba Nimshach Hachutzim Yisod the Ima, that it extends down past the Yisod of Ima. He's not talking about partially Abba, partially Ima, or maybe he is. I mean, it's difficult to understand because that's what we're going to learn as we go on. That Mordechai, or the Yisod, the Abba, is big and full of tremendous lights. And as a result of that, it's going to penetrate and go past the Yisod of Ima, be by itself. That's the secret of Purim, which we're going to get to, God willing. So he said, and both of them go into Zeranpin. The Leficha Mavur yesh atach b'toch Zeranpin rak yisod acha echad the ima. So according to this, inside of Abba, his inside Yisod is going to be an aspect of Ima. Shebetochu yesh itru the gevuros the Abba v'the Ima, that you have both the gevuros of Abba v'Ima are going to be in the Ima dekaside now. Will be very strongly gevurdik. So this is a problem because we said that the nai of Abba is the part that stands beyond the nai of the Ima, and here we're saying that the Abba dika part and the Ima dika part have mixtures of each other. It's not so clear. So in the name of the Sada, they bring this out. What's that? The Mochin the Abba Lubashin Benai the Ima. So the Mochin the Abba that was switched, and the now in the Nai of Ima, Achra Achiluk, the Hind of Hod V'chetzi Yisod, the Abba that is this left side of Abba, now inside of Ima, Loking Levush Mahod Yisod the Abba, but when they come in, they still have a Levush. And that Levush comes from the Yisod, let me see, Lokim Levush Mehod Yisod the Abba. So they take from the left side of Abba, and they have a Levush in there, which is Abbadik. Kenirik of the Nasach of the Kli HaChod, as explained, we can see this. We look at the Kli HaChod Yisod, the Kli HaChod Yisod the Abba. I'm not sure exactly translating that good. The Niknasa Benuk, and that's what goes into the Nuk. The Kli HaChod Yisod the Abba, the Yisod, which is part of the left line of Abba, goes into the Nuk, Niknasa Benuk. That's what comes out of the Yisod of Abba. So this is what you come along and you see that this is where the Yisod of Abba is shining now, bright, alone. It's not clothed inside of Ima anymore. And from that light, that's the light, that in the interior of that light is the secret of Mordechai. Behind the Shaar, has more on that. Shatiritz Ofen Acher Katzas. It's not so easy to understand, but I will think about it, and I hope you will too. This is Baruch Flashman.